Eli spun at the scream, piercing the forest gloom. An alien woman crouched behind a fern wall. Her blue skin flushed darker as she clutched fronds over her bare body. Scales glinted along her arms and thighs, catching stray light. Her wide eyes locked on him, panic mixed with fury. "You!" She lunged forward, grabbing his sleeve with clawed fingers. "Track it, now!" "Thief took my clothes, my kit, everything." Eli blinked. Strangers in hostile woods. Survival first. He shrugged off his jacket and thrust it toward her without looking. "Cover up. I'll turn." She snatched it, yanking the fabric around her torso like makeshift armor. The sleeves draped past her elbows. She knotted the hem at her waist with quick twists. "Hurry, human. That scavenger, Ket's kind, runs for the deep tangle." Eli nodded, dropping to one knee. Mud squelched under his palm. He scanned the loamy ground. Three-toed prints, shallow but fresh, gouged in a sprint. Bent blades of razor grass pointed the way. A snapped twig oozed sap. The thief headed deeper, toward the spore clouds. "Got it." He rose, gesturing ahead. "Stay close. Forest eats stragglers." Sava fell in behind him, jacket flapping against her legs. Her bare feet slapped damp earth. Vulnerable, but she moved with surveyor's grace, eyes darting to scan the canopy. "Your skin-shedding gift, it shields." "But why turn?" "My form offends?" Eli pushed Divine aside, ignoring the sting of thorns. "Privacy. You need it. We track fast or lose the trail." She huffed, a trill in her throat like wind through reeds. "Privacy? We've shared dens. But accepted. Lead tracker." The prince veered left, skirting a pit of glowing fungi. Eli halted, arm out. "Trap. Step where I step." Sava peered over his shoulder, nostrils flaring. "Spores ahead release neurotoxin. My kit had antivenom. Improvise." He plucked a broad leaf, smeared it with sap from a nearby bark gash.
"Chew this. Neutralizes on tongue."
He demonstrated, then passed it. She hesitated, her scales rippled. "Approval? Human lore rivals our scans. Forward." They plunged deeper. Humidity thickened, air buzzing with insect wings. Eli's boots crunched over brittle shells, discarded scavenger meals. The thief knew these woods. Prince dodged sinkholes, hugged root bridges. A low growl echoed from the underbrush. Sava froze, claws extending. Predator stalk. Your jacket constricts. Slows me. Eli scanned shadows. Yellow eyes gleamed 30 paces off. A razor-claw cat, sleek and hungry. Back to the trunk. Climb. No time. Sava snatched a fallen branch, twirling it like a staff. Distract. I flank. Eli grinned despite the pulse in his ears. Surveyor had fire. He stomped a root, bellowing. The cat lunged. He sidestepped, driving his knife into its flank. Hot blood sprayed. The beast yowled, twisting free. Sava struck from the side, branch cracking skull. It crumpled. Eli wiped his blade on moss. Teamwork. Her eyes widened, pupils dilating. You fight as if born to it, no fear sent. She retrieved her branch but clutched his arm a beat longer. Trail cools. Push. Prints freshened near a stream. Mud churned to slurry. Eli knelt again. Thief crossed. Shallow ford. Watch for currents. Sava tested the water with a toe. Chill bites, my scales dull without oil from kit. He stripped vines, weaving a quick harness. Link arms, lean on me. She complied, body heat radiating through the jacket, warmer than human. Her scent, ozone and earth. Your world translates strange. Strength in yielding, strength in adapt. They waded. Current tugged, but Eli anchored with planted feet. Shore reached, they climbed a ridge. Below, a woven nest clung to a hollow tree. Scavenger den, glint inside. Sava's kit, silver tools and folded clothes. Ket, Sava whispered, claws flexing. Clever one, negotiates or flees. Eli signaled quiet, a rustle. Small figure darted out. Furred and wiry, sack over shoulder. Three-toed feet matched the prints. Stop! Sava shouted. Ket skittered up a vine, chittering laughter. Finder's claim! Vey shiny too bright. Eli sprinted, gaining on the low branches. Human lungs burned steady. Alien agility couldn't match his stride endurance. He vaulted a log, closing gap. Ket glanced back, eyes bulging, flat face fast. No chase. Return Kit. No harm. Eli growled, feinting left. Sava paralleled through ferns, using Surveyor's Eye for weak vines. She slashed one. Ket dropped 5 feet, tumbling into mud. Eli pinned the scavenger's arms. Light build. No fight. Just squirms. Gear, now. Ket whined, nodding to the sack. Sava rifled it. Clothes reclaimed, tools humming to life. She exhaled, scales brightening, functional. Trade, Ket pleaded, holding up a crystal shard. Maps deep cave gems. Eli released him. Keep it. Steal again. We return. Ket bolted, vanishing into gloom. Sava dressed swiftly, her form suit sealing with a hiss. She faced Eli, offering his jacket. Debt paid. You guard without claim. He waved it off. Survival pact. Forest still hunts. A distant roar shook leaves. Digger predator, drawn by blood. Sava's scanner beeped. Spore wall collapsing ahead. Run? She asked. Together. Eli took pointer at flank. Trust sealed in mud and blood. But the roar closed fast. Eli slashed vines with his field knife, clearing a narrow path through the choking brush. The roar thundered closer, shaking droplets from overhead leaves. Sava's boots splashed mud behind him. Stay behind me, Eli said, voice low. I lead. You mirror my steps. Survive first, argue customs later. Sava's scales flickered uncertainty, but she nodded. Protocol accepted. One rule. He pushed forward, shoulders hunched against the tangle. Dense ferns whipped his face, but he ignored the sting. Human endurance meant steady pace. No bursts, no waste. The forest floor sucked at his boots, soft loam hiding roots. He tested each step, palm down for silent signals. Flat hand meant stop, fist meant crouch. Sava copied the first few. Her form suit hummed faintly, tools clipped secure after the reclaim, but the roar vibrated his ribs now. Massive, stalking. Eli dropped to a fist signal, crouching low. She mirrored, breath steady, brush thickened ahead, thorns glinting like barbs. Eli wove right, signaling flat hand stop. He sidestepped a patch, boots pressing moss without snap. Sava surged past. I survey paths. Lead viable. Her foot plunged into thorns. Vines snapped up, coiling her ankle. She yanked back. Too late. Barbs pierced her suit. Drawing blue blood, she stifled a hiss, pride flashing in her eyes. Eli spun, knife out, hold still. He sliced the vines clean, 3 strokes severing the cluster. Thorns dropped, oozing sap. He knelt, prying barbs from her suit with precise flicks. No words wasted, action first. Sava tensed, scales dimming. Unnecessary. I prove capability. Thorns don't care. Eli stood, demonstrating on the soil. He rolled his heel first, then toe. Silent sink into mud. No rustle, soft ground, quiet moves. Copy. She tested it, boot pressing deliberate. Mud yielded without sound. Her eyes widened fractionally. Human tread. Absorbs. Practice. Eli took point again, knife sheathed. The roar paused, sniffing range. He scanned. Spore wall ahead. Scanner beep from her belt confirming collapse risk. Left fork tighter, right exposed. He chose left, signaling fist crouch. Sava followed flawless now, mirroring his weave. Trust edged in. Her steps ghosted his, but cultural friction simmered. She chafed at his lead. Shoulders stiff, half click in. She paused. Hand dove into her reclaimed jacket pocket. His jacket still borrowed. She pulled a compact translator puck, thumbing at active. It hummed, projecting a shaky hollow protocol. Blue grid linking their languages. First sync, she said, voice clearer through the device. Query, Y guard front, Vey clan rotates lead. Eli glanced back, keeping pace. Earth training, scout threats head on. Protect flank. He tapped his chest. Humans tank hits. You scan, adapt. Her scales brightened, intrigue. Tank, clarify, absorb damage. Keep you functional. The puck word, translating his growl tone as neutral fact. Sava tilted head, processing. Vey physiology fragile to punctures. But surveyors evade, not absorb. Your Endurance defies. Works. Eli pointed ahead. Spore wall crumbling, toxic mist curling. He vaulted a fallen trunk, landing soft. She paralleled, scanner beeping clear vectors. Roar split air again, closer. Branches cracked rightward. Eli signaled stop, knife drawn. Ambush trail, circle left. Sava's puck glitched. Her words fracturing. Ketkin, scavenger pact broken? No pact, survival. He cut a vine snare, freeing her path. She nodded, puck stabilizing. They ghosted parallel now, her scanner feeding him pings. Predator mass, thermal spike. Eli's lungs burned steady. Human baseline. Sava's breath sharpened, but she matched stride. Thorns thinned into glow moss glades. Eli halted at a ravine edge, signaling crouch. Below, stream fast and churning. Opposite bank steep, climbable. Roar echoed from their trail. Gaining. Cross, up the far side. He tested water with a stick. Deep. Current fierce. Sava scanned. Undercurrent. Risk vector high. Grab my belt. Eli dropped to the edge. No debate. She hesitated. Scales flushing. Cultural snag. Vey independence shunned holds. But roar boomed. She clipped puck to belt. Gripped his belt loops. Linked. He entered first. Water thigh deep. Pulling her steady. Current yanked. Sava slipped on slick stones. Eli braced. Arm hooking her waist. Human grip locked. Hauling her upright. No slip. She stabilized. Eyes locking his. Strength. Calibrated. Team. They climbed opposite bank. Mud slick but silent. Eli pulled her over lip, both dripping. Ravine muffled the roar. Distance bought. Sava wrung her suit. Tools dry sealed. Puck hummed full protocol now. Words crisp. Debt compounds, she said. They repay protection. Eli scanned ahead. Denser canopy. Bioloom pockets. Gear check. Forest shifts night. She ran diagnostics. Scanner green, form suit patched. Optimal, but her gaze lingered on his knife work. Thorns residue on blade. Alien wonder crept in. He led on, her at perfect flank. Misreads faded. Sync built real time. Brush parted to a clearing. Ruins ahead, vine-choked spires. Scanner pinged. Energy sig. Not natural. Sava tensed. Artifact cache? Ketlure? LA drew knife. Check close, or detour. Footprints circled the edge. Fresh. Clawed. Not Ket. Bigger. The ground trembled. Something massive stirred in the ruins. Eli lunged, tackling Sava behind a vine-wrapped pillar as the ground bucked. Rubble cascaded. A bellow ripped through the ruins, deep guttural. Claws scraped stone overhead. Too big, Eli hissed. Ket's tracks veer left. We circle. Sava nodded. Scanner clutched tight. Her scales rippled caution. They bolted low, paralleling the fresh scrapes in the moss. Boot marks. Odd, reinforced treads, cut toward a creek. Eli traced them, boots silent on damp earth. The massive roar faded behind. Glare hit the water first. Sun sliced through canopy, turning the creek into a mirror. Eli squinted. Disturbed stones glittered wrong, shifted, not by current. Here, he said. Thief crossed sloppy. Sava knelt beside, nostrils flaring. She snapped a low branch, sniffed the resin. Her eyes widened. Chemical marker. They assay. Pheromone tag. Thief close. Minutes ahead. Eli grinned faint. Her nose beat his eyes. Good catch. We push. He scanned their back trail. Dense ferns rustled unnatural. Paranoia? No. Survival said cover ass. Eli sliced cord from his pack, scavenged tin scrap from a fallen vine snare. Fingers flew, looped the cord taut across path, tied to a springy sapling. Tin rattled loose as bell. Simple. Effective. Rear secure, he said. Snare alarms if flanked. Sava watched, head tilt. Human improv. Efficient. Admiration edged her voice. Puck translated the nuance crisp. Wilderness 101. Eli waved her forward. Stay flank. They crept creekside. Sava's scanner humming soft pings. Boot scrapes deepened in mud. Chemical whiff grew. Acrid, like burnt sugar. Sava pointed. Marker trail branches. Thief loops to confuse. Eli nodded. Humans looped too. In snow, sand, jungle. Predictable. We cut straight. Fern parted. A glint. Sava's stolen tool pouch, dangling from a stump. Half-buried bait? Eli froze. Sava tensed beside him. Rock whistled past his ear. Thwack, hit the tin scrap. Snare snapped. Sapling whipped up, cord yanking tight. Alarm clanged wild. Flank. Eli spun, knife out. Shadows shifted in underbrush. Eyes gleamed. Yellow, sly. Not the massive beast. Smaller. Ket, the scavenger, crouched. Clawed hands empty. No fight, just grin, fanged, calculating. Sava hissed. Scanner raised. Return gear. They claim legal. Ket chittered, voice gravel through puck. Binders forest right. Trade? Eli stepped forward, shoulder square. No charge. Negotiation first. Gear for passage. Ruins beast hunts us all. Ket's eyes flicked to Sava's exposed scales, then Eli's knife. Hesitation. Forest dwellers stole but bargained smart. Another tremble rumbled distant. Ruins beast stirred closer. Ground quivered. Sava edged nearer Eli, shoulder brush accidental, trust sealed in that lean. Ket bolted scraps forward, pouch. Her form suit patches, passage. No more. Eli snatched them midair. Sava clipped pouch seamless. Deal. Eli waved wide berth. Ket vanished into green like smoke. Sava exhaled. Alliance held. Eli checked snare, reset it quick. Teamwork, now ruins clear? Scanner pinged urgent. New SIGs. Multiple. Closing, not clear. Sava gripped his arm. More eyes. Eli followed her gaze. Ferns parted slow. Not Ket. Claws bigger than before. Pack hunters. Eyes locked on them. Run, Eli growled. Knife ready. He pulled her into sprint. Creek blurred past. Branches whipped. Sava matched stride. Scanner barking chords. Human lungs burned steady. Her scales flushed effort, but pace held. Beast howls multiplied. Forest closed in. Eli spotted overhang. Tight cave mouth. There! He shoved her in first. Braced the entry. Claws scraped entrance stone. Sava patched suit mid-huff. Tools humming active. Defenses? Eli wedged knife-pinned log across mouth. Hold. Think. Darkness pressed. Her glow puck lit his face. Trust mirrored back. Breath synced. One beat. Roars circled outside. Eli traced boot scrapes deeper into cave gloom. Faint? Ket's again? Sava sniffed. Marker fresh. Thief doubled back. Eli nodded. Lurer ally. Shadows shifted ahead. Chitter echoed. Ket emerged. Claws up. Trade more. Beasts hate light. I have flares. Eli tensed. Sava's hand brushed his. Ready. Show, Eli said. Ket tossed chem vials. Glow ignited fierce. Eli hurled one out cave. Beasts shrieked, scattered. Sava stared. Human throw. Precise. Practice. Eli pocketed spares. Why help? Ket shrugged. Ruins yours. Forest mine. Beasts eat all. Sava scanned vials. Compatible. Debt shifts. Eli clapped Ket's shoulder. Light firm. Alien flinched, then nodded. Partners, Eli said. They emerged cautious. Beasts fled glare. Forest quieted, but scanner pinged faint. Deeper ruins pulse. Sava's eyes met his. Gear recovered. Trust forged. Advance? Eli gripped knife. Together, vines parted to spire core. Energy hummed stronger. Door irised. Ancient tech. Ket hung back. Inside, glow chamber. Central pedestal. Artifact pulsing. Sava reached. Survey prime. Eli blocked. Trap check. His wilderness eye caught it. Pressure plate faint. Sidestepped her forward. Floor clicked harmless. Sava's scales flushed awe. Calibration again. Artifact scanned them. Beamed data to Puck. Ket whistled. Old ones wake. Ground steadied. But new rumble. Not beasts. Artifact voice boomed. Guardians tested. Alliance proven. Hatch open below. Escape shaft? Eli peered. Jackpot. Sealy yanked Sava behind a moss-draped ridge. Dusk slammed down like a trapdoor, swallowing the forest trail. Ket's tracks vanished into thickening gloom. Too dark, Eli growled. We hole up. Sava twisted free, scanner puck clutched tight. Gear trail hot.
Thief flees now. Beasts own the night.
Eli spotted the hollow log, fallen giant, bark split wide enough for two. He grabbed her wrist, hauled her in. She tumbled beside him, scales scraping wood. The log sealed them in darkness, damp earth scent thick. Sava shifted close. Her breath rasped, alien sharp, core temp drops. Procedure, share heat matrix. She pressed against his side, frill crest flattening. Warmth seeped through. Her skin fever hot compared to his. Eli stiffened. Human instinct screamed boundary. Whoa. Space. He wedged his pack between them. Her scales brushed his arm anyway, smooth as oiled leather. Logic? Sava's eyes glowed faint biolume, confusion rippling her throat vents. Clan protocol, efficiency. Not human protocol. Eli's pulse hammered, close quarters amplified everything. Her musky scent, like crushed ferns and ozone. He exhaled slow. Survival first. Fine, but hands off. She pulled back an inch, frill twitching, boundaries noted. Translate error. Eli rummaged his kit, spark wheel clicked. First try. Damp bark shredded fine, layered in a pit he'd scraped with his knife. No smoke rose, embers caught clean, orange flicker painting her face. Heat bloomed fast. Sava leaned in, vents flaring. Fire without plume. Human craft. She extended a talon. Tested the warmth. No beast lure. Wilderness trick. Eli rotated his hand over flames. A gash from earlier vine snag wept red. Pain throbbed steady. Sava snatched his wrist. Resource leak. Her pouch spat clear gel. Alien sealant. Puck-sized tube. She smeared it over the cut. Pressure firm. Wound, sealed instant. Numb tingle spreading. Stop bleeding assets. Surveyors conserve. Eli flexed fingers. Good as new. Thanks. Tough stuff. Her touch lingered a beat too long. Clinical. But her vents pulsed faster. Culture shock hit her eyes. She yanked back. Human blood. Viscous. Clots slow. She wiped residue on her thigh. Stolen pants gone. Clad only in survey harness now. Scales gleaming bare in firelight. Exposed. Vulnerable. Eli shrugged off his jacket, draped it over her shoulders. Cover up. Chill kills faster than beasts. Sava clutched fabric, sniffed collar. Scent marker. Yours. She burrowed in, frill relaxing. Gesture protective. Practical. Eli fed bark to fire. Silence stretched, broken by distant howls. Beasts circled, scenting blood or weakness. Scanner pinged soft. Sava checked. Ket camps ridge east. Gear cache confirmed. My surveyor kit. Your med pack. Tomorrow dawn. Eli sharpened his knife. Whetstone rasp steady. We track, negotiate. No chase blind. Sava nodded. Jacket sleeves dangling past her talons. Alliance fragile. Ket steals, evades. Forest his domain. Human domain, improvise. Eli scanned the log ends. Clear. He rigged a vine tripwire bell pod alarm. You first. She curled fetal, eyes dimming. Trust increment. Heat share. Accepted? Eli grunted. Adjusted. Her breathing evened, vents hissing soft. He banked fire low, knife across knees. Watch ticked on. Hours blurred. Howls peaked, then faded. Sava stirred pre-dawn, frill perking. Your vigil. Efficient. Eli rose stiff. Coffee proxy? He sparked tea leaves. Bitter steam rose. Shared the tin cup. Sava sipped cautious. Stimulant burn. Alertness spike. She returned jacket, scales flushed deeper blue. Boundary respected. Gratitude. Dawn cracked gray. They emerged. Logs steaming behind. Tracks fresh. Ket looped back. Mocking. Eli crouched. Red mud. Baited path. Clever bastard. Sava synced scanner. Trap density high. Beasts roused. Follow smart. Eli led. Knife low. Vines whipped sudden. A beast lunged. Fang splayed. Eli sidestepped. Drove blade into flank. Beast screeched. Fled bleeding. Sava froze, then lashed tail. Crack snapped branch, warning off pack. Flank cover, Eli panted. Good call. Learned throw from you. Sava's vents flared pride. Trail steepened. Ket's chitter echoed ahead. Clearing broke. Scavenger perched rock. Sava's full kit and Eli's medpack dangling from claws. Trade final. Ket yipped. Forest toll paid. Eli halted. Hands open. Gear for passage. Beasts thicken. Ket eyed Sava's gel tube. Heal flesh? Want. Sava tossed spare. Debt cleared. Ket snatched, scampered. Dropped packs clean. Ruins free. Humans. Throw gods. Vanished into brush. Eli shouldered medpack. Sava belted kit. Harness complete. Her scales brushed his arm. Accidental? Trust solid, she said. Eyes locked. Human normal. Extraordinary. Eli smirked. Team trick. Forest growled anew. Deeper rumble, not beasts. Sava scanned. Anomaly pulse. Ancient sight. Eli gripped knife. Chase or dig in. Together. She matched his stride. Ridge dropped to vine-choked spire. Energy hummed. Door irised. Welcome or trap. Eli tensed. Sava's hand brushed his. Ready. Inside glowed promise, but shadows shifted. Beasts? Worse? Check pressure, Ellie whispered. She nodded. Alliance tested again. Eli strode into the clearing, palms up and empty. Smoke curled from Ket's fire pit, stinging his eyes. The scavenger hunched on a boulder. Sava's kit slung over one shoulder. Eli's medpack dangling from a claw. Food for the gear, Eli called. He tossed a protein bar from his pouch. It landed at Ket's feet. Passage toll. No fight. Ket's multifaceted eyes gleamed. Chittering laughter bubbled out. Humans bold. Aliens soft. The creature snatched Sava's clothing bundle, her scale harness and gel tubes, and waved it high like a flag. She fights for this, or you fight for her. Sava tensed beside Eli. Her tail flicked, thence hissing steam. Eli kept his gaze on Ket. Bluff, the thief wanted them snapping at each other. Ket leaped down, claws scraping rock.
Take back, bleed first.
It circled, kit bouncing, medpack swinging as bait. Eli held position, knife stayed sheathed. Gear, done. Done. Sava pushed forward. Her translator hummed to life, projecting her words in Ket's dialect. Eli caught fragments. Debt, balance. Exact, 3 items. Sava said through the device. 1. Protein ration. 2. Spare gel tube for my belt. 3. Map chip of safe trails. Return full kit. Medpack, intact. No damage, no pursuit. Ket froze. Eyed the bar, then Sava. Surveyor knows tolls. Forest eats bargainers. Eli scanned the ground. Vines tangled at Ket's feet. Too neat. His boot nudged a twig. Wire glinted under leaves. Triplin, linked to logs overhead. Teeth-lined jaws poised. Ket lunged at Sava, claws feinting for her harness, bait to trigger the trap. Eli kicked the line. Snap. Jaws clamped empty air inches from Ket's tail. The scavenger yipped, tumbling back. Logs thudded harmless. Sava didn't flinch. She unclipped her spare gel tube and tossed it. Eli lobbed another bar. Map chip followed, pulled from his wrist unit. Ket scrambled up, snatching all 3. Claws clicked over the items. Clever pair. Thief respects. It dropped the kit and medpack in a heap, unharmed. Eli scooped his medpack, strapped it tight. Sava belted her harness. Scales gleaming under fresh gel. Her vents cooled, tail brushing his leg. Steady now. Ruins ahead, Ket chittered. Pulse wakes old guards. It scampered into brush, gone. Eli shouldered the weight. Sava synced her scanner beside him. Trap density drops, but pulse strengthens. Thief thinks we'll crack, Eli said. He gripped his knife. Won't. Her eyes locked on his. Human normal, sees lines others miss. Extraordinary. They pushed up the ridge. Vines thickened, thorns snagging Ellie's pants. He slashed a path. Sava scanned ahead, tail lashing warnings at rustles. Beast growl echoed, deeper than before. Pack scent hit Eli's nose, musky and hot. Flank, Sava whispered. She hurled a rock, crack-splitting air. Shadows scattered. Eli nodded. Good arm. Learned from throw. Her vents flared brief pride. Trail steepened. Rocks slid underfoot. Eli braced Sava's elbow on a slip. She gripped back, firm. Clearing broke at ridgetop. Spire loomed. Vine-choked metal humming energy. Door irised open. Blue glow spilled out. Welcome? Eli muttered, knife low. Sava's hand brushed his arm. Ready. Together, they crossed threshold. Glow intensified. Walls pulsed runes. Shadows shifted. Not beasts. Footsteps clanged from corridor ahead. Armored forms emerged. Energy lances charging. Guards. Sava hissed. Scanner beeped alarm. Eli yanked her behind a pillar. Lances fired. Stone vaporized. Pulse trap. Ket knew. Alliance ignited. Eli charged left. Knife flashing. Sava flanked right. Scanner disrupting a lance field. First guard dropped. Eli's blade jamming its joint. Sava's tail whipped, cracking another's visor. They fought back to back. Trust sealed in motion. Deeper hum built. Core chamber door groaned. What waited inside? Ket burst from the core chamber shadows, claws snatching Sava's bundled surveyor cloak and tool satchel from a glowing pedestal. Sparks erupted from tripped wires, distraction flares blinding the air. Eli lunged. Thief! Sava snarled, vents flaring hot. She dove for her gear, but Ket scampered up a vine-wrapped wall, cloak flapping like a flag. He vanished through a jagged vent shaft, screeching laughter echoing. Eli sprinted after. Boots pounded metal grates slick with condensation. Sava matched his pace, tail whipping for balance. Ravine path, he loops back to forest. They slammed through the shaft exit. Jungle swallowed them, humid air thick, vines clawing. Ket's form darted ahead, a blur of mottled fur and stolen fabric, bounding down a crumbling ridge toward the ravine drop. Eli pushed harder. Legs burned from the guard fight, but adrenaline surged. On him! Sava's claws scraped bark as she kept up. Exposed. My cloak, thermal shield, gone. Predators sense heat now. Ravine yawned open ahead, a jagged scar choked with mist and foam from rushing water below. Ket leaped a gap, landing on the far lip. No bridge. Just a massive fallen tree trunk splintered. Bark moss slick. Eli skidded to the edge. Gap spanned 10 meters. Tree angled across, roots dangling like claws. Ket already midway, balancing with tail and claws. Can't both make it, Sava said. Her skin gleamed vulnerable without the cloak, ridges pulsing faint heat. Eli crouched. Piggyback, grip tight. She hesitated, eyes widening at the human phrase, then nodded. Leaped onto his back, legs clamping his waist, arms locking around his chest. Her vents brushed his neck. Warm, trusting. Eli charged the log. No pause. Foot hit bark. Slid. He windmilled arms, stabbing knife into wood for purchase. Sava's tail curled around his thigh. Steadying, Ket glanced back. Chittered mockery, bolted onward. Halfway across, log groaned. Rot gave under Eli's weight. Sava's scanner pouch dug into his ribs. She'd salvaged that much from the guards. Shard! Eli grunted. Tag him. Sava twisted one-handed, ripped open her kit pouch. Beacon shard gleamed, palm-sized crystal pulsing blue. She hurled it past Ket. It shattered on his trail, embedding in mud. Light pulses fired, rhythmic strobes marking his path through underbrush. Tracked, she breathed. Pride edged her voice. Log buckled end. Eli leaped the last span, landing in crouch with Sava still latched. They tumbled into ferns. Ket crashed through thicket ahead, cloak bundle bouncing. Eli rose, Sava sliding off. He slashed vines blocking pursuit. Go! Forest closed in, thorns raked arms. Eli ignored. Sava flanked left, scanner beeping faint signals from the shard. Her bare form dodged low branches with grace, but shivers hit. Cloak loss meant no insulation against damp chill. Rustles flanked them. Eli smelled it first. Acrid musk, heavier than the pack beasts. Eyes front, something big. Sava's tail stiffened. Shard shows fork ahead, left to his den. Eli vaulted a root tangle. Ket's scent trail sharpened, sweat and metal oil. Human nose picked it clean. Shard pulses flickered through leaves. Ket veered right, into denser gloom. Eli halted Sava with a hand. Ambush spot, she scanned.
Heat blooms. 2, no, 3 signatures.
Predator call. Ripped the air. Not growl. Shriek high, piercing, vibrating bones. Leaves shredded as massive form crashed parallel, hunting the sound. Branches snapped like gunfire. Eli froze. Sava pressed against him, vents cycling fast. Her hand gripped his knife arm. Trust absolute now. Chase or shelter? Ket's shard light winked deeper, almost lost. Shriek circled closer, zeroing on their breaths. Den first, Eli whispered. Gear, then hunker. Sava nodded. They crept forward, synced breaths shallow. Shriek peaked. Shadow loomed. Scaled bulk, jaws wide, echo-locating shrieks. It slammed past, missing by arm's length, chasing echo ghosts. Eli bolted. Sava matched. Thorns tore skin. But they gained. Ket's den mouth gaped. A cave under ravine overhang. Glow from stolen tech inside. Ket dove in. Eli tackled the entrance, knife raised. Sava hurled a scanner pulse. EMP burst, frying the door trap. Inside, clutter of salvage. Sava's cloak draped a perch. Ket whirled. Claws out. But no fight. He chittered, tossing the bundle. Trade, human strong. Take, leave Ket live. Eli caught it midair. Passed to Sava. She wrapped fast, vents easing. Why steal? Shiny. Warm. Guards pay bad. Ket's eyes darted to cave mouth. Shriek howled outside. Closer. Sava checked tools. All there. Beacon intact. Scanner humming. Alliance holds. Yours now, thief? Elia blocked exit. Shriek pinned them. Beast circled. Jaws clicking. Talk fast. What hunts by sound? Echo jaw. Big. Sound slaves. Ket scampered to back wall. Pawed hidden panel. Tunnel out. Share? Sava glanced at Eli. Her tail brushed his leg. Decision shared. Lead, Eli said. Knife ready. Ket pried panel. Dank tunnel yawned. They piled in, single file. Eli last, listening. Echo jaw shrieked. Right at cave mouth. Claws gouged stone. Tunnel sloped down. Biolumiworms lit walls faint green. Sava's scanner pinged. Ravine underflow. Water ahead. Ket chittered ahead. Safe. Human carry trick. Good. Sava trust fast. Eli smirked in dark. Survival normal. Sava's hand found his in the squeeze. Grip firm. Your normal. Breaks worlds. Water roar built. Tunnel ended at underground river. Foam churning. Ket pointed upstream. Shallows climb. Echo jaw Eli slammed his knife into the tunnel wall. Sparks flew. The echo jaw's shriek ripped through the damp air. Claws gouging stone just 20 paces back. Ket froze at the river's edge. His paws snatched Sava's tool bundle from her shoulder strap. Mine keep. Run, shiny. Thief! Sava lunged, but Ket scampered upstream through knee-deep foam, chittering. Eli yanked his knife free. Her scanner map burned in his mind. Beacon pinged a ravine choke point, 50 meters up. Narrow, defensible. Sava! Intercept at the choke. Pin him. I'll draw this thing off. She nodded, vents flaring wide. Tail lashed once. Then she bolted after Ket, splashing hard. Ellie scooped 2 fist-sized rocks. He hurled the first into the river shallows. Crack splash echo. The shriek twisted toward it. He pitched the second off to the side, banging his knife against stone and rhythm. Controlled noise. Predator locked on. The echo jaw exploded from the tunnel. 8 legs skittered over slick rock, jaws unhinging with wet clicks. Leathery hide gleamed under biolumiworms. Sound slave, Ket said. Eli backed into shallower water, boots gripping gravel. He stomped. Thud thud, and whistled sharp between teeth. It charged. Jaws snapped air inches from his leg. Eli dodged left, splashed right. Rock to rock, he led it downstream, away from the shallows climb. Art steady. Wilderness Rule 1. Dictate the terms. 50 paces downriver, the beast lunged again. Eli spotted dry moss tufting a boulder, tinder perfect. He grabbed a driftwood branch, knife scraped shavings into a nest. Flint edge on steel blade. Strike 1. 2 ember glowed. He blew life into it, moss catching fast. Flame licked the branch tip, Echo Jaw wheeled, shriek deafening in the ravine. Eli thrust the firebrand high. Back off! Firelight danced on its hide. The beast recoiled, legs skidding, jaws clamped shut. Eli advanced, brand jabbing, crackle pop as embers singed air. It shrieked retreat, bolting back into the tunnel dark. Eli didn't wait. He dropped the smoldering branch and sprinted upstream. Water clawed his knees, choke point now. He crested the shallows climb. The ravine narrowed to a beacon-lit gap. Sava's scanner pulse throbbed blue on rock walls. She had Ket backed against vines, claws pinned by her boot. Tool bundle lay secured at her feet, cloak draped over one shoulder. All intact. Ket whimpered. No hurt, trade fair. Human fire. Magic. Ket go? Sava's vents hissed steam. Her eyes locked on Eli, tail coiling tight. Relief rippled her stance. Eli stepped up, knife sheathed but ready, gears hers. You walk away clean. Cross us again. Forest eats you first. Ket bolted into underbrush without a backward glance. Sava exhaled. You. Burned the dark away, like starfall. Eli shrugged. Rock, spark, will. Happens. He scanned the ravine walls. Climbable ledges led up to canopy fringe, hostile forest beyond. Chirps and rustles promised more trouble. Hike out starts now. Packed, eye clear path, watch your back. You scan nav, call threats. No holding out. Trust breaks, we both die. She tilted her head, vents easing to soft puffs. Hand extended, four-fingered grip firm on his, packed. Your normal guard's better than my crew. Tail says yes. Tail brushed his calf, warm, deliberate. Eli nodded, trust sealed in squeeze. They climbed. Vines whipped, thorns snagged Sava's cloak. Eli hacked clear, muscles coiling efficient. Her scanner hummed, spore clouds west, clear east ridge. Half click out, ridge broke to open glade. Stars pierced canopy gaps. Sava knelt, unpacked beacon, rescue ping. Craft inbound 5 minutes. Eli posted watch, ears tuned to forest whispers, no shrieks, yet. Her fingers danced over controls. Signal burst, high whine pierced night. Rumble built distant. Canopy exploded in white glare. Extraction craft hovered, downdraft shredding leaves. Grapples dropped, spotlights pinning them. Sava rose. She grabbed Eli's arm, pulled him chest to chest. Vents fluttered against his neck, tail looping his waist. Ride with forest, took packed serious. Eli met her gaze. Gear back, rescue here, alliance held through claws and lies. Split now, or, her grip tightened. Craft winch hummed lower.